Okay, I know this is scary, Bree, but there's a zombie safe room right there. It's gonna be okay.
For several years, the Disney Channel and its films have been prominent. Many stars have been born and continue to be born because of them. Original first-run television shows, theatrically distributed, and original made-for-TV features, and select third-party content make up Disney Channel's programming. As an answer, fans will anticipate that the next major film will be released, particularly when it follows or follows up on a classic or liked the movie. So, for today's video, join me as we tackle things about the trailer for Zombies 3 and it's heading earlier than you thought. But before we get into it, do me a favor and smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button for notifications whenever a new video is published. For instance, you wouldn't think that the Disney Channel would go with zombies and monsters for a film, but yes, they did. Not once, but twice. And the audience absolutely enjoyed it as a whole. Here are 8 things to look forward to in Zombie 3. Number 8. The final scene. We split 2 hours later when Addison is sleeping after the big dance, and after Addison and Zed exchange their first kiss, and so on. But the vast blue meteor falls down and collapses onto it with a luminous glow beyond its glass. This light causes Addison's radio to go crazy, waking her up. She notices something strange when she stares at the shot, but it's not the strongest of anything. The bizarre thing is that her hair glows blue when she says that, the same blue that the meteor did when it came down and crashed. To be sure, this was a natural glow, not bathed in light condition, and the hair glowed briefly before returning to its original white color. As a result, not even Addison was aware of what had occurred. There are some reasons why this is important, not least because we know Addison's white hair is an important aspect of her overall story. She didn't get it in the first film and wanted to disguise it, but in the sequel, she misheard it for a werewolf because of how they looked and how they sounded before it was proved false. Therefore, if she isn't a werewolf, she isn't a human, and she isn't a zombie, what is she? Isn't it reasonable to expect the mystery surrounding Fat to expand and be resolved in Zombies 3? Number 7. A recap of Zombies 2. What exactly is it? You have no idea what happened in the previous zombie movie? That's okay. Many more are unlikely to have seen it in a long time, but here's a quick rundown of what happened. There was once a faction of werewolves that ruled Seabrook, but the settlers were able to band together and drive them out, stealing their valuable moonstone and forcing them into underground seclusion. Fast forwards to the present, and Seabrook is not only at ease with their zombie peers, but they're still wholly incorporated into the community, which leaves all the main characters on both sides happy. Addison is at cheer camp, where the team has zombies, so things can't remain calm for long. So what's the fun in that? The werewolves are rediscovered after an accident, and they are in trouble because their gyms are losing control, and if they don't recover the lost moonstone, they will perish. To make matters worse, the town of Seabrook reinstates its anti-monster rules as a result of the werewolf's comeback, which causes major problems for Zed and Addison. Badly, both Addison and the werewolf pack believe she's a werewolf, as well as a significant alpha who can guide them to new lives and liberation. The moonstone is eventually retrieved after a slew of hijinks, singing, and traditional teen drama. Werewolves are no longer in danger. Werewolves and zombies are both able to embrace their monster instincts, and Addison and Zed, in true Disney Channel form, actually get together as a couple. Isn't that a brilliant way to put it? However, there is one significant aspect of the third film that has many fans excited. Number 6. Disney Channel franchises. Let's face it, one of the reasons Disney Channel is so famous isn't because it's sitcoms. It's because new films are released every month. They want that produced new films to interest the public, so they are constantly looking for new franchises to be launched. Like any other news network, when you examine those original movie franchises, you'll notice that they may have been one-off films, but instead, some become franchises for better or worse. The Xenon films, for example, were the Halloween Town films, and of course, High School Musical and The Descendants. Zombies may have seemed like an impossible franchise in the past, but it is now one, so expect Disney to do and make it happen. Number 5. Will there be a Zombies 3? If you're curious if there will be a third installment of the zombie franchise, the response is still up in the air. If you can tell, Disney has yet to announce anything, perhaps since the film was released last year, and most importantly, the worldwide pandemic interrupted shooting, causing a lot of stuff to be postponed, as Disney will unfortunately tell you. That isn't to say that there isn't a possibility, not least because Disney didn't know whether a sequel to Zombies 3 would be made at all. As a result, the original film was produced without a cliffhanger. They kept the secret by leaving a cliffhanger, and with the success of the first film and the positive reaction to the sequel, a third film is almost inevitable. Granted, based on lockdown, it might not turn out correctly for a bit, but things are looking up thanks to the vaccinations that are now being delivered. It's difficult to wait for clarification, but based on some Disney-esque considerations, and this one seems almost inevitable. Number 4. Cast of the new film. Most of the cast members' returns for the sequel are still a significant question that has yet to resolve. The main characters, such as Zed and Addison, are almost sure to return, particularly the latter, considering her blue hair discovery. It's also encouraging as the actor behind it has announced that he wants to tell the next chapter in the franchise's story. Then there are the werewolves, who have become an essential part of Seabrook's culture. They'll almost certainly return as well when a new breed of character emerges. Casting will be done for them as well. The ensemble will be massive because that's how they want to do it, but new roles and drama will emerge from these characters, so keep an eye for that. Number 3. Filming and release. The Disney Channel is known for its consistency in terms of shooting, releases, and announcements. For instance, the news of Zombie 2 didn't come out until a year before the game's release. As a result, viewers had to wait a long time for a reported release. In terms of shooting, the first 2 films were filmed in the spring and summer of the year before they were released, which will be advantageous this time around due to the pandemic. Eventually, the first and second films were released 2 years later and in the same month, February, indicating that if the schedule holds, Zombie 3 will be released in February 2022. Granted, it's not just a sure thing right now, but it's a decent guess for a release date. And because it's February, we might hear more about the movie this month. Number 2. Themes. It wouldn't be a Disney Channel original film without a message or theme intended to motivate and inspire audiences at home. And in the case of Zombies, it was all about welcoming people of different cultures and backgrounds, which was a timely message between the zombies and werewolves. There is a great deal of racism in Seabrook, which is why there are anti-monster laws and other laws in place. However, certain monsters despise themselves because of who they were, desiring to be human to shed the monster mark. Addison is still having difficulties, and she does not believe she belongs as a being, at least not at the moment. As a result, expect Zombies 3 to build on some ideas while still adding a twist on some. Number 1. Theories. Let's start speculating now. What will be the primary target of Zombies 3? It'll almost certainly be about Addison and some comet that turned her hair blue. Still, in the end, what does it all mean? The alien invasion is one theory that has been floating around. After all, the meteor is from space, so it might follow, but with the zombie films, more fantasy aspects, it could be a little much. However, there may be a magical solution in the form of fairies. Why have they come to Seabrook now? If it's fairies, please take a look at the third installment of the Zombies franchise to see how it will play out. Addison was it described? Was it like the werewolves who had been imprisoned and only recently been released? We don't remember, so we're hoping to find out soon. Do you think the twisting of blue hair will result in a different creature species and a new level of drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Before leaving, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button for notifications on our future content. With that being said, see you in the next one.